All righty, welcome to Trade Finance Adjustments for Tuesday, the 6th of August. My name is Kevin Hurley. I'll be with you here tonight, and in all honesty, let's go ahead and let's bring it out. Let's talk Disney. Can anyone tell me what happened to Disney and their earnings? Anyone know? They missed. Yes. Not only did they miss, but they missed badly. Missed earnings came in at $1.35 versus an estimated 175. It was a bad miss. In fact, what else can I tell you? What was the I'm trying to take a quick peek. I had something on here. Where are my notes? Can't find it. The revenue also came in less than, there we go. The revenue came in at 20.25 billion versus an estimated 21.44 billion. So the short answer for me, and the simple way to say it, was a four-letter word, and it starts with an S and it ends with like a HIT. Unbelievable. It really was. As I took a look at Disney, this should have been Disney's best quarter yet. And if you go through some of the segments, you will find out studios increased to $3.8 billion, a 33% increase. Media networks revenues for the quarter increased 21% to $6.7 billion. Cable revenues increased 24% to $4.5 billion. It really was phenomenal. Parks increased 7% to $6.6 billion. Everything came through fabulous. So what got them? It was simple. Simple that no analyst got. Everyone was big on them. But cost more money than they expected to integrate Fox. Plus, they basically guaranteed the Disney Plus service will be set to launch in November. So, more expensive to integrate Fox and spent money to make sure Disney Plus, where's the plus sign, is up and running by November. I mean, it makes sense. In all honesty, it makes sense. But everyone missed it. Everyone missed it. So, of course, we most likely have some puts in place. But looking at the chart of Disney, let's make a couple predictions here. Maybe that's not the right word to use. Let's see. Well, let me ask you. We looked at a chart of Disney. Come on, give me a chart. Where is Disney going to go? Right now, Disney is currently trading at, after hours, Disney is trading at 136.48. So it's in between its two standard deviation to the downside pivot points. Where is Disney going to, where's it going to stop at? Give me a guess. Where would you think Disney's going to go to? Could Disney turn around? Any thoughts? Their new streaming service will be bundled. Disney, ESPN Plus, and Hulu. $12.99. I'm sure if you buy it for the year, you also get a break. 130 bucks gets you some good movies, gets you 3 services. So it's kind of funny. You guys are pretty quiet. There we go. I can always count on Lance. Lance, pivot point 134.05. Well, I was trying to figure it out myself, right? Looking at the movement from here down to here on the RSI brought us from 147 to 137. We lost $9. I don't see Disney going oversold, but if we took off that $7, I could also see the pivot point at 134. That is where I would think we would see Disney fight. We might see it with the 135 support level. We could see it fight the 132 range. It's going to be up for interpretation. And I would have thought that Disney might be able to hold off some of the uncertainty. So if I was looking for Disney in a particular trade, I would probably be playing it short-term bearish. I might go out to August 30. These numbers might not work tomorrow, but I might do a debit spread And it might only be $3, a 541 to a 348. I might go down to a 442 and a 304. But I'd be looking for a $3 spread with no more than a $2 cost basis. And again, I'm playing it for 3 weeks. We know if we look at the chart, right? We know if we look at the chart, 140 should be a difficult number to come up against. It should be a difficult number because we have the 50-day simple moving average. Our pivots are all going to go lower. But more importantly, resistance, and all of that. Well, Kevin, you had 139. 139, $3 spread. It could go back up to 140. That would be my break even. But I'm looking for a $3 bear put debit spread with a cost basis of $2. I don't know if I will get that one. I don't know if that's one that I would look at and say, hey, you know what? I'm going to go for it. Now, another thing I did do, at 177, I exited Visa Leap long calls. So I need to look at getting back into some Visa Leap long calls. I will most likely like the January 21. Not bad when you spend $17 and get out at 27. But I created some cash. For the first time in a while, my account has some cash, even though I've gotten out of some trades. I've had to take some money out. I want to get back into Visa. I like Visa because of their chart. I'll be honest, I'm shocked Visa fell as much as it did. And my plan is I will probably still dollar cost average. But I want to get back into Visa. I think the Visa Leaps could be a phenomenal opportunity. And I'm willing to wait a little while to dollar cost average. I'm willing to wait a little bit to get back in. There's no reason for me to rush right into Visa. But if I see them moving up tomorrow, or if I think my trigger point most likely will be that 50-day simple moving average, 175, 173.80, relatively close to it. That being my trigger, it's time to get back into some Visa. I might do that a couple different ways. I typically would want to go in on the cheap. I think 200 would be a bit of a stopping point for them. But I also think they could be at 200 by their next earnings. Their earnings was really well. People use Visa around Christmas. It's a recession-proof stock for all intents and purposes. I think I'm going to get in a little bit cheaper, which means I'm going to have to wait a little bit more till they get back up to a certain point. But if we saw basically another $8 move, we could pick up $1.50, $1.80. We'd get $2.80 for the cost of $9.70. And I would probably put that at $9. A January 21 200. It's cheaper than my last long puts that I got out with $10 on 17. How much did we get on those? $10 divided by 17. $10 divided by 17. 58.82% return. I'd be looking at getting back into Visa right here for a pretty cheap price. Well, Kevin, you only did one contract. I could do 3 or 4. You could. You definitely could. And some people that got into Visa after I did probably still have contracts in place. But for those of us that got out with a nice profit, the 200 strike price out in January of 2021, that would be my next entry point, looking to get in at $9, and or I would pay a little bit more if we started out tomorrow above the 50-day simple moving average. I'm being a little stingy in my order, and I might even lower that down to 850. My order I might lower down to 850 just in case we're looking at our futures and our futures show that it might not take off exactly the same way. We might not have that push or that run up. We're going to have Disney be pulling us down quite a bit tomorrow. So you know what? Let me go ahead. Let me be honest with you. I want to be stingy. I might change this one. Modify this one down to $8.50. So if we do get our pullback, we'll be okay. Plenty of money dollar cost average. Right now, Dow futures are down 90 on the Dow. S&P are down 9.25, and the NASDAQ is down 22.5. That is not boding well. Take a quick peek at China. Japan opened up down 62.75, about 0.3%. So, wouldn't think this is all Disney's fault, but Walgreens isn't helping out. So, be stingy. Be stingy and try to get in for a much cheaper price. And I may also take that off. If we have a fall going tomorrow, I'll take this order off before the market opens up tomorrow. And I might look at it at the close of tomorrow to see if I can't get even a better price than $8.50. Any questions for me tonight? Any questions or any understanding on what you might do for trades? Take a snapshot analysis so we can take a peek at it. If not, those are a couple trades I'm looking at. A Disney Bear put, $3 strike for a cost of $2. I would really like, if I had to do it, I would really like the 139, 142. That gives me a level of comfort that if it reverses, I at least will be able to break even as it fights to stay, as it fights to gain 140, which I do not think will happen. If I can't get filled at $2, it's a trade I won't do. Visa back to Leaps going out to January 2021. I would go all the way up to the 200s. And I would be trying to get in for $8.50, or if we have a big down day tomorrow, I might wait till the end of the day to put my first contract over, our first contract on. It is something that, because we haven't had a big washout, I would plan on possibly dollar cost averaging on it twice. So I want to keep some powder dry. That's why I'm only doing one. If you maybe wanted to get into 5, 8, or 10 contracts, if you wanted to do 8, do 2, figuring you might dollar cost average 2 or 3 times. 5, do 2, but knowing you might dollar cost average twice. If you wanted to do 10, get into 3. Where you can dollar cost average 2 or 3 more times down the road. Guys, appreciate you being here with me tonight. I will look forward to seeing you on Thursday morning. Couple interesting opportunities, but we've got some ugly futures right now. So look forward to probably one more down day, one more pretty good washout, and then we'll see if our market can't gain its momentum to head back up. Appreciate you being here with me tonight. Look forward to seeing you on Thursday. Have a good evening.